Hello students and welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Shafali Nagpal, Associate Professor at Human Resource Development Center, Bhagat Phool Singh Mahila Vishwavidyalaya, Sonipat. We are studying the paper Managing Culture and Diversity, and today we will study the module Global Leadership Strategies. On the completion of this module, students, you will be able to know some of the multinational companies who have multicultural and diversified workforce, and also an understanding on how these companies got success by having multicultural and diversified workforce. So let us begin with the module. Multiplicity of thoughts, ideas and backgrounds add meaning to our society. However, it also generates multiple identities that may lead to the disturbances. Different viewpoints, backgrounds and approaches can lead to better outcomes. Managing diversity is not an option, it is a business imperative for all the organizations who wish to have sustainable growth in the new economic order. Why should the company concern themselves with diversity and creating multiculturalism environment? Until now, many managers reply to this question with the assertion that discrimination is wrong, both legally and morally. But today, managers are voicing a second notion as well. A more diverse workforce, they say, will increase the organizational effectiveness. It will lift the morale, bring greater access to the new segments of the marketplace and enhance productivity. In short, they claim diversity will be good for the business. Following are some of the companies who have been very serious in implementing the multicultural workspace and diversity within the system to get maximum benefits and also supporting the society to grow further in the 21st century. Hewlett-Packard. Hewlett-Packard, or commonly referred to as HP or now known as HP Incorporation, is an American technology company headquartered in Palo Alto, California, USA. HP develops the personal computers as well as the printers and related supplies. In the year 2016, it had a total revenue of $48.238 billion US dollars. It had total 49,000 employees worldwide. Currently, Mr. Chip Bergh is the chairman and Mr. Dion Weisler is the president and the CEO. The original company, that is HP, has been divided into two separate companies, that is HP Incorporation and Hewlett-Packard Enterprise. The company was founded in one car garage in Palo Alto by William Bill. Hewlett-Packard Dave Packard. The three paradigms for managing diversity were identified by the Thomas and LA in 1998. They are discrimination and fairness paradigm, access and legitimacy paradigm, learning and effectiveness paradigm. Between 1960s and 80s, HP established a workplace free of discrimination, focusing on equal employment opportunities and affirmative action. It initiated the programs like Student Work Experience Program, college recruiting programs, Black Managers Network, etc. In 1980s, it initiated a proactive behaviors and actions in making equal opportunity employer a reality for everyone. Paradigms of diversity management. Doing things right by law. It is discrimination, fairness, compliance model, which leads to access legitimacy business model, which includes the doing things because it makes good business sense, leads to the learning effectiveness value-based model, that is doing the right things. In the access and legitimacy paradigm, companies believe on acceptance and celebrations of the differences. According to this paradigm, the organization operates in the business environment in which there is an increased diversity among the employees, customers, clients as well as a labor pool. Therefore, there is a clear opportunity and imminent threat to the company. HP adhered to this paradigm in 1990s by framing an inclusive work environment which ensured in giving equal opportunities and a culture that values all employees. It initiated the programs like First Accelerated Development Program known as ADP, Black Employees Forum, Deaf and Hard of Hearing Forum, work-life initiative, and many more. This model of managing diversity allows the organizations to realize and internalize the differences and at the same time become more sensitized towards the cross-culture paradigms. HP followed this paradigm in the 21st century by implementing the global diversity. It has initiated various strategies like appointing a diversity and work-life manager for various regions, established the Global Alliance Council to evaluate the inclusion and the diversity needs globally, as well as enhanced its collaborative partnership worldwide. The Digital Villages initiative launched by the HP contributed to closing the digital divide. Thus, HP has adhered to all the three paradigms, but it achieved this over a long period of time due to its rich experience and various innovative initiatives. The HP's shifting of paradigm. HP's shifting of paradigm over the years has been elaborated as, during the years 60s to 70, they were establishing a workplace free of discrimination, so there were equal employment opportunities. In the 80s, initiating proactive behaviors and actions in making the EEO a reality for everyone. Here, there was the affirmative action. In 19s, there was a workforce diversity, which the HP was creating an inclusive work environment that values all employees. In the 21st century, there is a global diversity, and HP is putting differences to the work in the marketplace, workplace, and community. Hewlett-Packard, HP, stated its diversity management policies at the beginning, which it called open corporate policy. Their management style is known as management by walking around, and the motive is everyone in the organization want to do a good job. The open culture created an atmosphere of trust and mutual understanding in the early days of HP, as trust is thought to be the most important for profitable and flourishing enterprises. HP formalized in the way in 1957, the year the company went in the public. HP unique company culture is known as HP Way and is based on the set of 5 enduring organizational values and 7 corporate objectives and a number of strategies and practices. Johnson & Johnson. Every company which survive, sustain and create a name for it and begets the consumer confidence has something to do with more than looking at the business as the only means to amass profits. The company takes care to build and nurture a long-standing relationship with all its stakeholders. In this way, it becomes a trustworthy and socially responsible business entity with an ability to capture not only investor confidence but also the same for its customer and its people who work for it. One name which readily comes to the mind in this context is that of the J&J, that is Johnson & Johnson, which has emerged as one of the most iconic and trustworthy household name in every part of the globe, wherever they do the business, in the field of pharmaceutical, consumer packaged goods, and especially in the area of the baby care products. Presently, Mr. Alex Gorski is the chairman and the CEO of the J&J. In 1996, it earned a total revenue of $71.89 billion US. At Johnson & Johnson, there is no mission statement. Instead, for more than 60 years, a simple one-page document, Our Credo, has guided their actions in fulfilling their responsibilities to their customers, employees, community and stakeholders. J&J employees number more than 1,27,100 individuals in 60 countries and represent several national, ethnic and religious value, customers and belief. The educational background varies extensively from the blue-collar workers to the cutting-edge scientists. Johnson & Johnson has various ways of diversifying their company. Basically, the company uses the 4 major programs to help it be more diverse and build inclusion. These are Office of Diversity and Inclusion, mentoring programs, employee resource groups, and Diversity University. These programs are used to incorporate diversity and inclusion within the companies on an ongoing basis, not just from time to time. The mentoring programs at J&J believes in learning opportunities and support development of a diverse workforce by nurturing relationship available to an ever-increasing number of employees across the enterprise. These opportunities are both formal and informal. Over the time, the organization with a formal internet-based mentoring program called Mentoring Works. This program allows the employees to interact with one another in an informal space at any time, which basically intends to aspire or inspire the others and enhance the interrelationship and create better understanding among the co-workers. These mentoring programs lead to the talent development as well as result into a more engaged workforce, in addition to the better co-worker relationship at the workplace. Diversity University was created to boost the effectiveness of the previous program and transfer those beliefs to J&J global employees. It is important to have an internationally identical message so the employees around the globe are on the same level of understanding. This program shows the company's desire for inclusion and diversity throughout the world. The J&J website explains that Diversity University is a dynamic online website designed to help the employees build the competencies and the skills needed to understand and value differences and the benefits of the working collaboratively. It has self-guided e-learning curriculum built on the exercises which strengthen the skills and educate each participant to gain an understanding of all the cultures. In order to increase the level of diversity within the company, J&J has built their own system to ensure that the company holds the diversity and inclusion in the highest regard. The Credo Hotline. This is a hotline that can be accessed either online or over the phone, which benefits the employees with responses to the questions they may have about the J&J Credo. The hotline is available on 16 different languages to ensure that all the employees can utilize the line. In addition, there are separate lines dedicated for the customers and partners of J&J. Employee may use this hotline to report any concerns they may have in the way that the anonymous and secure. The telephone hotline and the website is closely monitored by the Global Compliance Service Incorporation office, which creates reports, compile results and send information to J&J internal audit team so that the concerns can be evaluated and resolved. Another company is Novartis. Novartis is a pharmaceutical and medical equipment company based in Switzerland, whose revenue comes primarily from the company's pharmaceutical sector. More than 50% of the company's revenue come from their constant development of the new drugs. The company at any given time has more than 100 products being tested to be put on the market. With operations located in more than 155 countries and 1,19,000 number of employees around the globe, Novartis' beginning seems a Magri. Ciba, a chemical firm, Gigi, a spices and dye company, and Sandoz, dietetic and agricultural chemical company. They merged in 1996, forming the Novartis. Since then, the company has merged with or brought out numerous companies across the globe, enhancing their product line. According to the Novartis website, a company has 14 members on their board of directors, 10 of which are the white males, 3 white females and 1 black female. Together, they work to keep their mission true, which include marketing innovative products, investing in ideas that work and having an outstanding performance. At Novartis, they believe that all global organizations need to make the diversity and inclusion a priority, not only because it is the right thing to do, but also because it makes the good business sense. The CEO, Joseph Jimenez, realizes that both the customer base and the countries that our company is located are in very diverse. So the people who work for the company need also to be just as diverse. Novartis offer various programs to increase the diversity awareness and inclusion within the corporation. Boost is a program that provides emerging market leaders with mentors and career development tools to help them succeed. Having well-educated leaders that are well-versed in diversity is important to the company. Novartis offers an entrepreneurial leadership program, ELP, which offers the organization star employees to travel to the emerging markets and encourages them to immerse in the culture as an experience-based learning program. It also works with the employees to build in the culture of diversity and inclusion across all levels and through the business. It also has an increasing number of the women who work in the leadership position throughout the company and strongly believes in the equal opportunity and gender diversity as well. It has special women-oriented career tracking and retention plans to basically retain its female employees. Another company is Ernst Young. The professional firm Ernst Young has over 2,47,570 people working in 700 offices around 150 countries of the world. This is the latest report up to 30th June 2017. It is headquartered in London, England. The organization offers a broad array of services relating to the audit, risk-related services, tax and transactions. 10,000 plus of its people are based in UK. The firm dates back in 1849 with the founding of Harding and Pulliam in England. The current firm was formed by the merger of Ernst and Wiene and Arthur Young and Company in 1989. It was known as Ernst & Young until 2013 when it underwent a rebranding to EY. In 2017, Fortune magazine ranked EY 29th on the 100 best companies to work for list. In 2016, EY was the 11th largest privately owned organization in the US. Its global revenue was $31.4 billion US. Ernst & Young have identified 5 clear drivers for its business case for diversity. Broadly, they include: one is attracting and retaining its shares of talent pool. Second is engaging with its clients. A diversified workforce is able to serve a diverse clientele. Third is to reduce the risk. It ensures that it is diversity training and policies help to ensure that damage caused by discrimination, sexual harassment and the like is minimized. Another is to enhance itself as a brand which promotes diversity and inclusiveness. Next is to do the right things by creating an inclusive work environment and respecting all. If you see the challenges from the different perspective, how much better will the solution be? The diverse and inclusive team make the working world better. Leveraging different perspective fuels innovations, foster collaboration and strengthen relationship. This is what the Ernst & Young diversity and inclusiveness is about. Sodexo. Sodexo is one of the world's largest multinational company with almost 4,25,000 employees working across 34,000 sites in over 80 countries across the globes. Bellon Piri founded the Sodexo in 1966 in Marseille, France, which provides food services to the various schools, hospitals and companies. Over time, it expanded its business in a great way to even reach the remote places. It expanded its business in the Europe, Africa, Middle East and became the public company in 1983. It then sprinted to reach over the next 25 years in the world over, including America, South Africa, Russia and many more countries through the mergers and acquisition. In going global, during the 2005, when the Landil was named CEO of the Sodexo Group and relocated the Sodexo headquarters in France, he decided to make diversity a global initiative due to its immense need of hiring the large pool of employees the world over. Sodexo. Diversity and inclusion continues to play a significant role in the organization's success at Sodexo. as we build our promise of delivering quality life services to our customers, clients, partners and employees, our focus on diversity and inclusion remains steadfast. Evolving and sustaining an inclusive culture that supports a diversity of those who serve as a strategic business priority, an ongoing commitment of Sodexo worldwide. Landon and Anand, who was named Global Chief Diversity Officer in 2007, discovered, however, that the US model needed to be customized due to cross-cultural differences as well as resistance from some country head CEO within the company. So they adopted a country-by-country strategy and hired Jean-Michel Monod, a 20-year operations and sale veteran of Sodexo, to lead the efforts in the Europe with the aim to encourage the spirit of inclusion sensitivity for each country. Country-specific customized training programs were created for the employees that featured the train the trainers component to further localize the efforts and to build a network of diversity champions. Focus on women in this organization. The organization placed a lot of emphasis on the women with the aim to focus on gender diversity and also implementing initiatives focused on engaging, developing and retaining women in their workforce. The efforts were successful to create a gender-friendly workplace, in India particularly. The initiatives to develop women and create gender-friendly workplace were accepted very rapidly. Following the 2009 acquisition of Radhakrishna Hospitality Services Group, Sodexo India workforce reached 30,000. By 2011, the Sodexo India has launched 4 women network groups, created a task force to develop a gender-friendly workplace, a customized diverse training as well as accelerated leadership development program for high potential women. This organization in China, noting the traditional difficulty of sustaining interest in the internal company networks in China over the long term, Sodexo partnered with the Cisco to develop a cross-industry women networking event focused on wellness, work-life integration and balance, retention and engagement of the women employees, held in the July 2011. Currently, plans are underway to work with state-owned Chinese enterprises to develop similar women initiative as well as to launch the external women's network in Beijing. Let us now summarize. Do Zentamata said that when I see you through my eyes, I think that we are different. When I see you through my heart, I know we are the same. The workforce diversity refers to the organization that are becoming more heterogeneous with the mix of the people in terms of the culture, gender, race, age, education background. Many multinational companies have implemented both diversity and multiculturalism very well in their system. HP shifted its paradigm over the years from equal employment opportunities to implementing and managing the global diversity. J&J utilizes 4 main programs to help it be more diverse and build inclusion. E&Y have identified 5 clear drivers for its business case for diversity, that is, to attract and retain its employees, to reduce the risk, to engage with the clients, to enhance brand and to do the right things. In Sodexo, the organization made it effective and compelling business case for diversity and inclusion. So this is all what we have studied in this module. Thank you, students.